Thank you for staying with us. The United Nations Women and Media Executives have signed a memorandum of understanding to facilitate gender equality and development in the country. The event emphasized the crucial role the media plays in shaping narratives. We have details in this report.
Investing in women equals to investing in the architecture of the society.
The push for women and men to have equal access to opportunities remains an ongoing conversation in Nigeria. This becomes necessary as studies show there is a positive correlation between a nation's overall development and its gender index. A Women's Network seeks the commitment of the media in creating an enabling environment for genders to maximize their potential and contribute significantly to the development of Nigeria.
Gender is about men and women advancement and women acceleration cannot actually happen without the support and the enablement created by our male counterparts and by the country itself.
What the international community is doing is, first of all, bringing out these issues, bringing out these gender inequalities and encouraging government to take on progressive practices and attitudes. So we are working with the Parliament, we are working with INEC, we are working with IPAD, we are working with the women themselves, so that when they are elected or appointed, they should be able to deliver the results.
Although Nigeria being at the 125th position out of the 146 countries on gender index has moved up in the global ranking by 5 points, its development status shows more still need to be done to harness the benefit of empowering both male and female. Advocates also respond to the question of whether the focus should be on having more women in political offices instead of qualified individuals, regardless of their gender.
There should be an enabling environment looking at security, downplaying money politics, and talking about integrity and capability. Where these women abound, and allowing them to participate.
I know you are a man, and I know she's a woman. We know that difference, but what we bring to the table is different, and so we should place premium on what we are bringing to the table as women. Get all you need to equip yourself with, such that you are valuable. You are not compensated, but you are needed.
The memorandum of understanding between these two parties and call for the media to actively change the narrative aimed at enhancing a human rights-based approach that leaves no man behind in Nigeria.
The chairman of Ikeja local government area, Mojid Balogun, is seeking to find lasting ways to ensure the peaceful emergence of the Oba of Ikeja. Mr. Balogun, who has been holding a series of meetings recently, met with members of various ruling houses in the area for a way forward so the vacant stool can be occupied. The chairman, who called for calm, said there is a need to broker peace among the ruling houses, seek out of court settlement and put to rest litigations. He says another meeting with the family to produce the next Oba will soon be held, and an MOU is expected from that.
After meeting them, they all agreed that we are all family and we can get things resolved. And after everybody poured their mind, they resolved that there should be an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, alongside with their council to make amicable solution. Thereafter, we equally say we are going to call the intending Obaships too, which is Oshoja, for another peaceful resolution among the candidates so that we can have a way forward.
And now there is a complex and sometimes controversial relationship between scavenging activities and theft. While many scavengers engage in honest work, collecting discarded materials to sell for recycling to make ends meet, there are instances where some scavengers engage in theft and blackberry, as witnessed in some parts of Osogbo, the Oyo State capital. Senior reporter Rafi Ahmed in this special report takes a look at ways to curb atrocities of the bats' eggs among the scavengers.
Scavengers, often referred to as waste pickers or babambola, operate in different parts of the country, including Osun State. They typically operate in dump sites, landfills, and sometimes on the streets, collecting these items to sell to recycling companies or intermediaries. They collect a wide range of recyclable materials, including plastics, metals, glass, paper, and electronic waste, and thereafter sort them manually according to type, quality, and size. But recently, some of the scavengers were arrested by the police for alleged theft and burglary at the GRA area in Osogbo. This was after residents had reported a number of cases of invasion, theft, and burglary to the police.
They have stolen burglary proofs. They have stolen all kinds of anything that seems like a metal, and they've stolen a lot of equipment that cost a lot of money just because they seem to them like scrap metal.
They actually took a lot of things there. They distorted the peace of this environment, to be called. With them, that I was running towards one of them, we caught one that day that they were even removing the pan of a whole building.
The suspects confessed to the crime during interrogation to have sold the stolen items to neighboring scavenging slum. Few weeks after, residents of Okijetu community at Ilisha Garage area in Osogbo also raised concern over atrocities allegedly being committed by the scavengers.
They are still coming to this community to do a lot of havoc for us, because at times, if you are not in the house, and these people, they said they are going, they are passing through your house, but if they see anything iron on the fence, they will remove it. Most of the time, it's when they come back from work, they discover that their house has been burgled. And so that is why we are employing the government to please help us get something done about these scavengers people.
This prompted our visit to slums and depot, where the items are aggregated and transported to recycling companies in Ife, Ikirun, Ibadan, and Lagos. A kilogram of items brought here is sold for between 400 and 500 naira. At Arikalam, a major depot of the scavengers, we learned that even old women like Dupe Kazim makes ends meet through scavenging.
Around town, from the gutters, in order to make a living, which I believe is better than resorting to thefts. Sometimes people make jest of me, and some even refer to me as mentally ill.
I interacted with some of the operators of the depot, who said they've been in the business for decades.
When I joined about 20 years ago, the business was very attractive, lucrative. But to be sincere, that you know anything that is good, many people will want to join it. Everybody looking for livelihood to survive. So because of that now, good and bad eggs is already in this business now.
When the suka sani, when the sani ba, dukan susun sikishin salayamu.
We have seen an increase in the number of people joining the business. In the past, our trade was looked down upon, but now it is being considered as a viable alternative.
We have our uniforms for each zone in Osun State with numbers to identify them. So any one of them that violates laid down rules can be easily traced. The State Police Public Relations Officer, Yemisi Opalola, while parading some of the suspected scavengers, said the command will not condone stealing and theft.
Yesterday we called on them and we told them if they are not telling us the people that are coming to sell all these things to them, we will arrest all of them and they will all be prosecuted. Since yesterday they have been working with us. We have been working together to ensure that we take all those people out of space.
From there, I proceeded to the office of the State Commissioner for Environment, Mayowa Dejori, to know what government is doing to bring to a halt atrocities of some of the scavengers.
We have been telling them, we have had so many town hall meetings, we go to markets, all the environmental officers and the local government, they come here once a month, we tell them what to do, that we go to all the markets.
He said government is ready to provide scrap yard and other necessary support for the association to ease their operation.
Though the commissioner acknowledged the fact that activities of the scavengers have reduced drastically due to some efforts put in place, he warned that anyone caught stealing or destroying government or individual property in the name of scavenging will be dealt with accordingly. Rafiu Hamid, TVC News.